Welcome back to another Spirit Island video. In this video, I'm going to be covering my basic strategy guide for Volcano. So I have no adversary selected. I have board F, my favorite board, and let's look at the Spirit board here. So Volcano setup is adding a presence and a Badlands on your starting board in a mountain of your choice. You get to move all Dahan from that land. So looking at board F, I can choose F4 or F6. If I choose F6, I can maneuver the Dahan. Remember, pushing the Dahan or grouping them up tends to be favorable. So if I were to start in F6, I would throw them probably one into F5 and then one into F1. Now, choosing which mountain to start in is very important, or choosing the right mountain is very important. Usually I like to pick one that is more centralized. It's almost always the same for a specific board. So with board F, I'm almost always going to be starting in my F4 because that's going to give me, gives me coverage on my blighted land. I have the most amount of adjacencies. It also lets me cover my F2. So let's look back at the rest of the spirits. So it is a moderate complex spirit. It's heavy offense, a little bit of control, more fear, low defense, and a decent amount of utility. Flipping the spirit board over, let's look at these special rules. So mountain home, it says your presence may only be added or moved into mountains. So yes, you are a mountain-based spirit. It says collapse in a blast of lava and steam. When your presence is destroyed in that land, deal 1 damage per presence destroyed to both invaders and Dahan. So when your presence get destroyed, usually from your left innate or from other actions, then invaders will get damaged in that land. So as well as Dahan. So a lot of times, Volcano doesn't want Dahan in its presence lands. And finally, this is the most important special rule here. It says your power cards gain +1 range if you have 3 or more presence in the origin land. So ideally you want to make your volcano big and tall in a land to get access or to have higher range. So for instance here on F4, once I have 3 presence here, I now can access both my F1 and my F6. And that is because both of those lands are just 2 range away. Now if I were to start over here on F6, you'll notice, oh wait, I can no longer access my F3 because it's 1, 2, 3 away. So keep that in mind. Well, when I say cannot access, it's going to be harder to access because ideally, if you have 1 range, that means you get +1 range, so you'll have 2 range. So when you're on F4, you can cover your whole board, but when you're on your F6, you can't cover your F3 with 1 range cards, which is like Rain of Ash. This is a very important card that's used to kind of disrupt those lands that are far away. Okay, looking at your growth options, you are a 0-2-1, so you have a very powerful reclaim where you gain a power card and 3 energy. This is just absurd. A double presence placement, but it has to go in the Volcano land. And the most broken part of Volcano is your G3. This is going to give you a power card gain, a presence placement, more energy, as well as +1 card play. So this is a spirit that loves to spam your G3 because it has so much attached to it. Now your tracks are very powerful with 5-4, with so many elements on your tracks. You have 5 elements, 2 earth, 2 fire, and air, with most of them being on bottom tracks. So just excellent value for the tracks for Volcano. So you have 2 innates. Your left innate explosive eruption. It's a 0 range fast power. Destroy X 1 or more presence in target land. This power's damage is done separately to both invaders and Dahan, and that is what this symbol is referring to. So when you destroy 2 presence, or you have to destroy 2 presence to hit this tier, 4 presence to hit this tier, 6, 10, and so forth. And when you're blowing up the presence, you're going to be doing damage in your Volcano land from your special rule, as well as that adjacent land ideally. So this first tier, you could hit a land 1 range away. The second tier gives you a lot of fear. The third tier is like an AoE, and then the fourth tier is a massive AoE. Now, the second innate is a slow power 0 range, and this is like Volcano kind of building himself up. So when you have 3 earth, this 3 earth threshold is really important because it allows you to bring back your destroyed presence. Your 3 fire, you have a 2 energy cost, and this allows you to gain more power cards. I like it. It tends to allow you to see more drafts, and it makes the spirit more consistent. The third tier allows you to kind of move between mountains. This tier really doesn't matter that often, though it did matter in one of my games recently on the channel. And then this last tier is just non-existent. So don't even think about putting presence back on your tracks. By the time this will matter, the game should have long been over. Okay, looking at your, and actually before I get into the power cards, usually this fourth tier is a big meme, so don't try to actively go for it. Usually smaller eruptions or a well-timed 6 presence eruption is the optimal way to play the spirit. Okay, so looking at your power cards, you have Exaltation of Molten Stone. This is the very first Exaltation card that we were given in the game. Remember, an Exaltation card is going to affect both the spirit that is playing the card as well as another target spirit. It's a Moon, Fire, Earth, fast power, 1 energy, targeting any spirit. Well, it should say target another spirit. We're playing solo, so I can choose myself. It's a split 1 energy per fire you have between yourself and target spirit as evenly as possible. Target spirit gains +1 range with their powers that originate from a mountain. So this is essentially an energy boon. When you play it, a lot of times you'll play this card, another fire card, and then you'll have the fire over here. So the first time you play it, it will be a 3 energy boon, and a lot of times Volcano will take 2 energy. Of course, if there's the right spirit, you can kind of flip that around. Lava Flows is a 1 energy slow power, fire earth, adding a Badlands and a Wilds, or 1 damage. Most of the time, you're going to add the Badlands and Wilds, and it's a very flexible card. You'll either use it with the Badlands effect to amplify your damage from your left innate, or your special rule, or your other cards, and then, or you could use it for the Wilds value in Stomp and Explore. So, Pyroclastic Bombardment is a 3 energy fast power, fire, air, earth, Sacred Site 2 range. So this is that one card where if you have a triple stack, you can have this as 3 range. This does 1 damage to each building, 1 extra one damage to each building / Dahan as well, 1 damage, and then 1 damage to Dahan. So this is going to kill at least 1 Dahan, kill at least 1 town, and then severely weaken several buildings. And finally, we have Rain of Ash, 2 energy slow power, fire, air, earth, 2 fear if invaders are present, and then you're able to push 2 Dahan and 2 explore / towns to lands without your presence. And as I mentioned, having a 3 presence stack allows you to increase the range of your cards. So a lot of times I'll try to play this card on turn 1 to have that extra range, being able to disrupt a land that's far away. Okay, with all that said, let's get started. So a lot of times, I think the safest way to play Volcano was to start with a G2 top bottom. And the idea behind this is you're getting your energy every turn, and that's going to pad your energy eco. It also allows you to move towards 2 plays very soon, so you can get access to 2 plays by your reclaim, because when you reclaim, you want to have 2 plays. Now, alternatively, there are openings where you can start off with the G3 bottom track. It allows you to play more tempo, but it's going to limit your presence in your Volcano land. What do I mean by that? I mean that on turn 1, I'm not going to have this +1 range, so I won't be able to impact those further away lands. In addition, you'll eventually have diminishing returns on the energy, and because you have fewer presence in the land, it means blowing up doing eruptions is going to be a little bit more challenging. So a lot of times I open up with Rain of Ash, I G2 top bottom, and then I just spam G3 or G1. So this is what I'm going to do here. Wetlands is going to build, and the Explorer Sands. Okay, so once again, this is where I have that Rain of Ash. I can actually use that to disrupt my F1, or I could stop a city build. So there's plenty of options. I could also stop this wetland build, or this wetland ravage. What I'm going to do here is I'm actually going to stop my coastal F1, because this is a land that's furthest away from me. It also allows me to pair up my Dahan. I'm going to throw the Explorer to F2. So I'm putting the Explorer to F2 to play around disease damage. I paired up all my Dahan over here on F5, and I've cleared out my F1. So the next step is I like to G3 here, and I love to get a minor power. And this is where I'm looking usually for defend or blight healing. And the reason is I want to be able to defend one of these lands. So I end up getting Rolling Bog, excellent defend. I also got Quicken. This card's absurd on Volcano because it's 0 range, defend 10, and it's perfect element, or fire earth. But what makes it even better is because we have 3 presence, this now has 1 range. So just absolutely absurd. So we're definitely going to grab Quicken there. And we're going to put our presence. Once again, I'm going to put my presence here in F4. There actually could be an argument to putting it in F6 here. just because to get access to the Han events, but I'm gonna go with F4 because this is typically what I would play. I'm gonna go with Quicken, and then sometimes I'll play Exaltation here. This is where I would give out energy, kind of support the team. But in this specific game, I'm gonna play Lava Flows because I want to be able to set up a big eruption to clean out my F8, or a lot of damage there. And then I'm letting my F7 Blight, taking that Blight to scale, because there's a high upside of, there's like several Beast events that can solve this land, like Beast Destroy, Prey on the Heedless mixed with No Bravery. There's several of any event that pushes the invaders, that would also work. What else? Oh yeah, so I also have the left innate here where I can destroy some presence and I can deal damage. I could destroy 3 presence to solve my F8 here, and that would actually pocket my F6, but I really don't want to do that. I want to get value if mounting comes up, so I'm just going to allow them to build. And this is a sad card. This is actually one of the worst cards in the game. I'm very fortunate I didn't push Dahan into my F2 with that card I played last turn, Rain of Ash, because disease events would have killed a Dahan. Engage on their own terms is sad, so I don't kill that. I do take the Blight, they build, and Jungle. So Jungle's not a good explore for us. I will use Lava Flows. And I do have the right innate and the left innate, so maybe this was an argument to destroy 3 presence to solve the sands. It's because I'd be able to bring back a presence here. Maybe that's a blunder, I'm not sure. Now, I could choose to gain a power card here with the right innates, but it costs me 2 energy. I'm going to choose not to do that. I don't think I need a power card. I know I'm going to G3 here, and I know I'm going to go to bottom track to here, and I'm going to get another miner here. So as you guys can see, I'm now at 2 plays, but I have +1 play for my G3, so I'll be able to play 3 cards here. And then when I reclaim next turn, I'll have 2 card plays. And this is like my standard opening with Volcano. I pretty much always play this version. So what do we want to do? Okay, so we got Cycles, we got Pull Beneath, Swarming, and Scour. These are actually pretty awkward cards for us. Like, I don't want to add more Blight. I usually grab Cycles because it's fast Blight healing, but just like how the game is played out, I won't be Blighting on the coasts. I guess I could be Blighting on F2. Pull Beneath, it allows me to do some damage, but once again, it's like I don't think this is a card. This is just basically does nothing. I guess Swarming Wasps and nets me in energy. Let's do Wasps. It nets me in energy, and then I can also put a Beast here, and maybe I get access to like Prey on the Heedless. So Exaltation would normally give me 2 energy here, but because I'm playing solo, it's actually going to give me 4 energy. I'm going to use Bombardment here. So that was Bombardment, and then I also get the Badlands damage. Boom. And then I can destroy 2 presence here to clean out my F8 here. And this is where, like, if this was Mountain, imagine how far I'd be ahead, right? I'd be stopping a build as well as clearing a land. And this is where, like, this is the perfect, like, a great game to showcase. Like, look, I don't have Mountain coming up, like my worst case. And let's see how it works. So Cities Rise. Let's actually go on the coastal. And look at this. I played around this. I put a Beast in my F5 with Swarming Wasps. I'm getting rewarded. So we'll push that Explorer to there. Candy Defense. Debating if I want to actually leave that and push the town in, but I think that's fine. Okay. Sands. Nice. So now we're extremely far ahead. Quarantine was able to stop my F1, and then I had the Wilds there off of my Lava Flows. So just excellent position here. I'm going to use the right innate, restoring your presence back, and I'm going to pay that energy to get a power card. Because I have so much energy here, and look, I'll have 3 energy plus 4, 5. I'm going to have 9 energy next turn. I'm just going to get a major here. And a lot of times, this is something that Volcano does. You get a major, you're looking for skips. Now, because of Volcano's first special rule, they're not able to place presence in lands not mountains, outside of like very fringe moments. But as a result, that's going to limit your major pool. For instance, Strangling Firevine requires sand targeting. I can't play this card, so this card has no text for me. We have Spiders, Talons, and Twisted Flowers. Talons is very easy to threshold on us. All we need to do is get the air, and it's an instant threshold. But I believe the correct answer here is spiders. This is a skip card. No, let's do talents. Talents is a lot of meme, and we'll get rid of Rain of Ash. So yeah, usually I go with spiders, but I didn't go spiders here because I just want to kind of kill everything, and this allows me to do that. We're gonna reclaim here. I could go with another major. I'm gonna go with a minor though because I like talents. And once again, 3 amazing cards. We have the perfect element card with hazard spread, allowing me to add tokens like Badlands, Beasts, Wilds, Lure of the Unknown, Fast Disruption, Nature's Res, Defense 6. So just all of these cards are everything we want here, and we are very close to winning the game. I'm trying to see. I can actually kill the city. I can kill both cities, but I have 1 town left here. Trying to see, can I win? I think I'm just a little bit off here. So it's sad actually. If I didn't push this explorer there, I'd be very close to winning. So really you can go with any option here. I'm going to go with the hazard spread. And we will do... So I think I blow up, kill this, and then I take the blight here, and then I can blow up and kill these at next turn, I believe is what I do. Wait. No, I think I can win here. I still can win. Just kidding. Do I have enough here? Yeah, I do. So we have Pyro Bombardment. This is going to do 1 damage to that building. Allows me to kill the town. I have Talons of Lightning here. Kill the city. And then I have my left innate to destroy my 3 presence. To kill my last city there. And that is GG. So a very fun game with Volcano. I love the spirit. It is, I mean, it's definitely overpowered. I think the energy economy is just way too free. I mean, you just can pretty much do anything with your G3, G1. I mean, you see a million cards with this spirit. It's pretty absurd. But you do have some restrictions. Overall, I mean, this is, like I said, one of my more enjoyed spirits. If you like this video, like and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next video.